Bitcoin nears a 13-month high as investors cheer the Ripple ruling. Welcome to Modern Moneymakers. My name is Jeremy, and yeah, this article was posted, I think, on the 14th when the price was pumping. It has retraced a little bit since then, but never fear. That's a good thing. Let's jump right into the charts and talk about why the price retracement here is a good thing. So, this line here, this white line, that is $30,000. That was a strong level of support for the last bull market. In fact, let me show you. See, we had the double top bouncing off that line the first time. And then when we came back and lost 30, we can see that we traded well under it and well under the 200 week SMA and EMA for a bit. And then we broke through those and now we're breaking through 30 again. Now, here's the important part. Here's why we like what we're seeing right now. And let me just expand this graph to make it a little easier to see. Um, and what I like is here you can see 30,000 was resistance. We came up here, got a little bit above of it and then lost it again and came right back down, got saved by the 200 week EMA, and then started to break above the simple moving average again and try 30,000 again. We got that news that the BlackRock ETF filing was in here somewhere, and I think we saw a major pump there. We obviously did see a huge pump this week with the news on the Ripple case, and technically put in a new high since since we lost 30 in the first place. So this was a new high out of these last 4 weeks. But more importantly, we're closing 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4 weeks above $30,000. At the time of filming this video, it is about 5:46 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will close the week at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Should we hold above 30,000, and we're trading right around 30,300 right now and have been pretty much all day. Should we hold above 30,000 for another, just over 2 hours here, 2 hours and 12 minutes? I think that's incredibly bullish. It shows that we're coming up here back testing 30,000 as support, and we've done that a few times. And then we're flipping that resistance here into support now. That's what we like to see. It's kind of a bullish retest to come back here. So technically putting in a new higher high would be good. So we like that. And coming and bouncing off of 30,000 and back testing that as support on the weekly chart, I think is extremely bullish. Let's take a look at what else is going on in the news. So, yeah, will transcend the US dollar. This is BlackRock talking about crypto, and after a huge week for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. And again, we're just seeing that narrative start to change. We're seeing the charts line up. We're seeing as we get closer to the halving that all of this stuff is starting to line up. That all the negative news weeks ago, months ago, is now flipping bullish, right? SEC accepts BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF application, signaling regulatory reviews. So we still don't have a spot ETF yet. I do think that'll be another catalyst, just like the Ripple win in court was this week, and it was a win for Ripple. There's still, more legal stuff to happen, but that is a huge win for Ripple. There's no mistake about it. And from the retail perspective, a very clear signal from the judge that Ripple's not a security, and that has implications throughout the industry and will help many of these projects that were labeled as incorrectly as securities by our good friend Gary Gensler, who needs to leave that office soon, we hope, right? So, in any event, yeah, it's a huge win for crypto, blockchain, Web3, however you like to say it. It's a huge win for everyone this week, and SEC accepting this into the process. Now, I don't imagine this is a quick process. This will probably take a while. But again, this is going to be the blueprint. This is going to be how other people, the fast followers after BlackRock, get a spot ETF, how they can do it. This will be the template. So, of course, BlackRock will get the first one. We know that they're the big fish, and the SEC is going to protect them and make sure that they get the first mover advantage. I'm straight up accusing the SEC here of showing favoritism to BlackRock and BlackRock of having, deep enough pockets to influence some decision making here. I think the initial, dismissal or I guess, rejection of that initial ETF application is a little bit of theater for us all to try to make us not believe. But yeah, I should put my little tinfoil hat away since I don't have a whole lot of data to back this up, but I would love to dig into that if only I had the time. All right, let's look a little further here. Buying the dip. Record 3.8% of Bitcoin supply moved at 30.2K. And where did I say we were trading right now? 30,300, so 30.3K. Yes, this is definitely an area of accumulation. This is an area where we've been seeing the price move sideways for what seems like forever here, but it's really only been, a few weeks where we've really been trading right around 30,000, just above 30,000, and we love to see it. You'll see these wicks here that pop below 30,000. The weekly candle still, again, closed above 30,000. That body of the candle is above 30,000. That's what we want to see. So this article, I think, if you want the too long, didn't read version of this article, I can basically sum it up for you. The whales are accumulating at this price. Institutional investors are accumulating at this price. And all of the smart money is accumulating at this price. And they're really hoping to, exit, late 2024, getting into late 2025, and have retail provide that exit liquidity when they really work on that narrative. And everyone's talking about Bitcoin and everyone thinks it's going to $1 million. Yeah, that's really when you should be selling to, not financial advice, but now is a good time to be buying. Now is definitely a good time to be buying, in my opinion. And yeah, 24, 25, somewhere in that range. I'm going to be more of a seller in 2025, but I do think some people will probably be moving off of their stacks in 2024. And I certainly get that. We'll be much higher by then. If everything moves as it should, short of something crazy happening, which, can always happen, geopolitical instability, all sorts of stuff. The big things can happen, but aside from anything major like that, but just the normal market, that's why there's risk here. Just the normal market moving as it does coming into the Bitcoin halving, short of something really exceptional, and bad happening. Yeah, I think there's going to be plenty of room to exit in 2024 or 2025, depending on where you like. But again, not financial advice. You pick your own moves, and we've still got excellent entries. The Bitcoin halving is not until probably late Q1, early Q2 of 2024. So we'll see the price begin to move up, dramatically getting into late 2024, and we'll see some interesting price action in 2025. Anyways, Bitcoin aside, we know that drives the market, but obviously there's a lot of us, myself included, that enjoy the smaller projects. So one smaller project, just slightly smaller than Bitcoin, is Ethereum. I'm still very bullish on Ethereum. I'll probably continue to accumulate in this range. And all other smaller cap projects we'll be looking into as we get further into this run. On that note, if there's any projects other than Bitcoin that you like, drop them in the comments down below. I would love to hear more about what you're excited about moving into the halving. And thanks again for stopping by. This is Jeremy with Modern Moneymakers.